Hello guys, today we are just going to talk about pathophysiology of diabetes. What is the reason why diabetes is precipitated and why does diabetes occur? So today we are just going to talk about some topics which are very important and which are very helpful in diabetes care. So first of all I just want to tell you that there is an organ in our body which is called pancreas, and pancreas has isolates of Langerhans. There are three types of cells in isolates of Langerhans, that is alpha cells, beta cells and delta cells. Alpha cells produce glucagon, which increases glucose level in the blood, and there are beta cells which produce insulin, which help lower blood sugars in the blood, and another is delta cells which provide somatostatin. So there are three types of cells which produces three different kinds of hormones in our blood. Insulin is the key hormone in managing diabetes. So today we are just going to talk about insulin. Insulin is a peptide hormone, that means it is made up of amino acids, and it's a protein in nature. Insulin helps the cells to consume glucose. If insulin is not present in human body, then cells cannot utilize glucose and glucose cannot enter the cells. So we can say that insulin acts as a key hormone to open the gateway of cells and the blood glucose enters into the cells. If there is not sufficient insulin in the blood, then the glucose will floating in blood, and there will be a higher level of glucose in blood. So whenever we check our blood sugars, they are high. So, and that means insulin is not being produced in human body or insufficiency of insulin. Why does diabetes occur? Most of the times in type 2 diabetes, the reason is obesity or sedentary lifestyle. If a person is living sedentary lifestyle, that is the biggest reason of type 2 diabetes mellitus, or obesity is also a major problem in developed countries, and it plays an important role in precipitating diabetes. If we talk about type 1 diabetes is an autoimmune disease, and autoimmunity just can cause type 1 diabetes mellitus. Except there are some other diabetes like latent autoimmune diabetes in adults, that's also an autoimmune disease, and maturity onset diabetes in youngsters. So that is also due to obesity in young children. Some years ago it was very rare, but these days there are many young children who have developed diabetes due to junk food or due to obesity. So if you want to avoid diabetes, you will have to start a healthy lifestyle so that you may not develop diabetes in upcoming future. Except junk food and packed foods, processed foods are also a biggest reason for lifestyle disorders like diabetes. Uh, Healthy foods like fruits and whole grains are being very less in our diet these days, so it may be also another reason for diabetes these days. The burden of diabetes is increasing globally, and it's likely that in very near future every house will have a diabetic patient in India. So we will have to be aware of this condition before it's too late. So start a healthy lifestyle, start physical activity, exercise regularly, and consume whole grains, brown rice, fruits as much as you can, and try to avoid junk food. And accepted stress is also a major risk factor for developing diabetes. So try to lower your stress levels. And if you if you are suffering from chronic stress, you should check your blood sugars, and you will have to I think start some mental exercise or some activity like which can be helpful in reducing stress levels, like yoga or meditation, or some games, indoor games or outdoor games. Accepted exercise all is very helpful in just reducing stress. So these days the burden of diabetes is increasing globally, and we all will have to be together to just avoid and to fight with diabetes. Thank